Hi guys! So for today's video, I thought it would be a good idea to talk about kind of my journey, I guess, dating and online dating and, maybe my story, I get a little bit, I don't know. Recently I've been talking to a lot of my friends and coworkers about men and their relationships and their struggles with everything, and I just kind of figured that I would kind of maybe give some advice, um, especially to like the plus size women out there, because I know that it is a struggle dating, being a plus size woman in this age. And this by no means is a video just like talking about me, and I mean, I'm gonna talk about me, but it's not like all about me, and there's no point to it and talking about my relationship now and how amazing it is and how great it is and how happy I am. Like, that's not what this video is about. I just want to kind of tell the story about how I met my ex-boyfriend, like when we broke up, trying to like love myself and that journey, and then finding my current boyfriend, and just kind of hope that I give some advice about this topic. I know that if I had a video like this, I mean, I'm sure there's videos out there, but if I had a video like this when I was going through what I was going through, like 3 years ago, then I would have had a better outlook on love and life in general. About 5 years ago, I was into the like online dating scene, because throughout high school and everything like that, I never really had a boyfriend. I was never really like the sought after girl. And so I turned to online dating because it like first, like when Tinder and Bumble and everything like that, when they like first became really, really popular, um, I started getting into it. And that is where I first of all, I had awful experiences with a lot of guys. There's a lot of nasty, shitty guys out there for sure. Um, but I met my ex-boyfriend on, I don't even remember, to be honest with you. But on one of the dating apps. And he was tall, very handsome, muscular, like everything that stereotypically a girl would want. Like society thinks is like the ideal man. And I was very confused why he was talking to me, why he was interested in me. Because why would a guy that looks like that want to be with somebody that looks like me? That was my mindset for most of my life growing up, and my teenage, young 20s, everything like that. Still my young 20s, but still. And that was my mindset for a long time. And I had low self-esteem, as I'm sure a bunch of girls, women around this age do. 18, 19, very, very low self-esteem. And so we started talking, started hanging out, dating, everything like that. And I quickly realized that my weight was like the biggest issue in our relationship. It would cause every single fight that we would have would be centered around the way that I look and my weight and me not working out, or the way that he would say things. And that also was very confusing, because if you really are unhappy with the way that I look and my weight and everything like that, then why be with me? And I would tell him that all the time. I would be like, why are you with me if you aren't okay with how I look? And he'd be like, no, it's not that I'm not okay with that. He's like, I think you're really pretty And like, I know that you can be skinny because you're like a skinny girl in a fat girl's body. You just like have a skinny build, but you're like fat, which I'm laughing now, but at the time it really hurt. And I still have no idea what that means. Um, doesn't really make much sense to me, but whatever. Um, and I would be like, yeah, wow, like you're right. I should start working out and eating healthy and doing all of these things. So I would do like workouts at home a little bit. And like I wouldn't eat unhealthy things or too much around him because I knew that the judgment was coming. And so I was very, very, very cautious about what I was doing, what I was eating, everything like that around him, which if you're in a relationship, it shouldn't be like that. That's like really annoying and not good at all. Um, and then it was just, we were on and off for 2.5 years. And it would be like, he would leave me voice messages saying, you're a fat bitch. No one's gonna love you. No one that looks like me is gonna love you. Like a whole bunch of stuff like that. And to be honest, I believed him. And that's why I stayed with him. And that's why I kept going back to him. Because it's like, oh my gosh, if people see me with a guy that looks like this, then like I won't be judged, I guess. I don't know. Um, my mindset was very, very, very messed up back then. But it's what happens when you're young. And I didn't know any better. And I didn't know what real love was. And I didn't know how to be treated like right. Um, so I just kind of thought, oh, like this is how our relationships are. And so it got to the point where my family and my friends were really, really, really upset with me because I kept going back to him and they would be like, why are you doing this? Why are you, putting yourself through the hurt of being with somebody who treats you like that and says those things and um everything like that. And honestly, my answer is, it's what I deserve. Or he's changed. He's not like that anymore. He doesn't treat me like that anymore. He talks to me so much better now. Just making so many excuses for him that weren't true. But I wanted my friends and family to like him. So I would just lie and say that he was treating me better when he wasn't. And that's not okay. It kind of got to the point where, like, one time he told me that his mom asked him if I'm going to get liposuction. And I am not. Nor do I want to, nor is it any of her business. Or honestly, his business if I want to. So it just kind of was one of those things where I was like, okay, well, that's like the final straw to realize that, okay, his family has these views, he has these views, why am I dealing with this? So we broke up, ended that. At the time I thought I was really, really in love with him. So I kept like hanging out with him, hooking up with him after. He was going back to one of his exes. It was just not a good situation. And I ended that, thank God. It was hard. It was really hard to get out of a relationship like that, especially when you have the mindset of nobody's gonna love me again. When they put you down so much, then you really, really, really think that. And so it was hard to not be with somebody and not have somebody there for you like that all the time. So it was really hard to end it. But now looking back, I'm extremely, extremely happy that I did. The moral of the story, of that story, is that I realize that I don't deserve that. And if you have gone or are going through a relationship like that, you don't deserve it either. And if you are currently going through a relationship like that and you're a plus size woman or any woman at all, get out of it, because I guarantee you there's so much better out there and you don't deserve anything like that at all. It's awful and nobody deserves that. After him and I broke up, I went through a stage of hooking up with a lot of guys because I thought that I didn't want commitment. I was okay with just hooking up with somebody. At least I was getting something from somebody. Um, and I would tell myself and I would tell them that I don't want commitment. I'm okay with just hooking up, um, everything like that, which wasn't true. I wanted a relationship and I wanted somebody to be there for me and love me, but I wasn't there with myself, so I couldn't expect anybody else to be there with me, if that makes sense. Um, so I, started kind of getting to the place where I would look in the mirror and I would be less mean to myself and I would be picking out less things that I don't like about myself and just kind of being nice to me like I deserve it, and looking in the mirror and saying, you're worth it, you're worthy, you're enough, you're beautiful. Just looked at myself and said it too. But, just looking in the mirror and saying that to yourself really, really, really helps you believe it. Even if you don't believe it, just say it to yourself and you will start to believe it. I promise you. And just being on that journey of loving myself, which, it's still a journey. I don't think it's ever going to not be a journey to love myself because everybody still has their moments when they don't feel the best about themselves. But I can really say that I love myself and I'm happy with who I am, where I am in life, my body, everything like that. I think I'm beautiful and that's really all that matters. And so once I started loving myself and I wasn't focusing on guys and seeing if somebody loves me and everything like that, that's when I met my current boyfriend, who was the best. We met on Bumble. We met March of 2018. And the first time I met him, I texted my best friend and I said, hey, I'm going to marry this guy. Because it was a different kind of feeling than what I felt with anybody else. And it was weird. It was very strange to me. And at the time, like, too good to be true, almost. Like, this is how every relationship starts. This guy is so nice, everything like that, and then it just, like, goes to shit. But no, it felt different with him. And he started treating me the way that I know I'm supposed to be treated. Never puts me down. Never says anything negative to me whatsoever. Family never says anything like that. Like, he is the most amazing man in the whole wide world. And once I start talking about him, I can't stop because he's so great. But I'm telling you this because there's hope for you. If you're going through a hard time loving yourself and you think that love isn't real and that you'll never find anybody. I used to be that girl that would see all of her friends get into relationships and be with all these guys and tell me amazing stories about these guys. And I would be like, that's never going to happen to me. Because I'm fat or I'm ugly and nobody's going to love me like that. And it's crazy that I used to think that, because now that I'm with somebody who loves me and treats me like a princess and I love myself, it's kind of crazy to think that I used to not think that. And I guess it's part of growing up now. I'm 23 now and I've been with my boyfriend for a year and a half. And he hasn't stopped dating me. He hasn't stopped telling me that I'm enough and telling me that I'm worth it and making sure and reassuring me that he loves me and making sure that I know that he loves me. And that honestly, that's what I deserve. It's what every girl deserves. And I'm not trying to say this to talk about how amazing my relationship is. But if somebody's watching this and they are in a bad place, just know that there's so much hope for you and it can happen. I still can't believe that I'm with him. I know that I deserve it. My friends, my family, everybody loves him. And that's what you need in a relationship. One person out there can learn that there's hope for them and that there is somebody out there for them, then that's all I could want. Because I just really wish I had a video like this when I was going through it, so I could know that I'm not alone and know that, you know, fat girls can find love too, which sounds so stupid. But in this society, fat girls aren't supposed to find love. Fat girls aren't meant to be with somebody. It's very judgmental and everything like that. And I'm here to tell you that that's stupid and it's all bullshit. And no matter what size you are, no matter who you are, no matter what you look like, you deserve everything. You deserve the world. And I just really hope that this video helps somebody. Moral of the story, this long speech, is don't give up and keep pushing, because you will find somebody. It might take a while and you might go through a lot of shit before you find the right person, but you will. And once you do, it's amazing. And once you find that person who treats you how you're supposed to be treated, then your outlook on life, your outlook on yourself, your outlook on future relationships, your outlook on your previous relationships, you know, everything like that, your outlook on everything changes, really. And it's amazing. So don't give up. Keep pushing. There's somebody out there for you. So before I go, I just want to mention this t-shirt. It's so cute. Libra, and it says indecisive but cute on it, and I think it's the cutest thing ever. I got it from Light's Label. It's Kathleen Light's makeup YouTuber, her like clothing line, I guess. So cute and so comfortable and so soft. I love it. So I hope you guys like this video. I hope this video helped somebody in some way. I hope that I gave enough advice and didn't talk about myself too much, because that's really awkward. But yeah, I hope you guys all have a good day, and I will talk to you later.